now. I just made us go live with no music. I just boom, and I waited to make sure that no one was talking shit.
Okay.
Now let's start talking shit.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay,
Now we can.
what? So what's John Gove saying?
Oh my God, John Gove is really killing me.
Right. Okay. So here we are. So I actually am streaming now. I am streaming to YouTube, to my In the Green Room page, and to my regular Facebook page. And I'm hoping that there is no echo.
Oh, it's good so far.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
far.
I mean, we're good. So can you see there is a chat? Any echo? Let me ask. Cha-Cha is on.
Hey, Cha-Cha.
And- Oh, is there any echo? So I asked. So,
No
John
echo.
Gove. Oh, right. We're meeting tonight. Jeez, come on. It's like leading a gig.
Hey, Jeff, how
Yeah.
did you hook up with Cha-Cha?
Through Tower of Power.
I think when I was on tour with Tommy Igo, I think this is how she came in all our lives. Cha-Cha, is that correct? You hooked up with the Tommy Igo people, and through that, I think she hooked up with the Tower of Power people.
I don't think so. I think she was Tower of Power fan. We talked the other night, like way back in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, if I remember our conversation correctly, but these days I don't remember things when I wake up. So Cha-Cha says yes, but Cha-Cha, are you saying yes to you've been a Tower of Power fan since the 90s? Right?
Yeah, but she came into our orbit, I think, a couple of
No,
years ago.
no, you're not special.
Come on, man. That's killing me, man. Shit.
That's how she says she knows Stefan
Haha.
because of that. But I say that she knew the Tower of Power people before.
I got it. Okay.
So anyway, we're waiting for Jeff Lewis is going to come on a little after 8, and John Gove, who forgot that we were having this thing tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's so
Wow.
The
fired.
whole reason we're having it is because of him, right?
Exactly.
Well, pretty
Yeah.
much.
And Jamie.
Jeff Lewis
Yeah.
is a new late guy.
Yeah,
Well-
come on, Jeff Lewis. I could be
Yeah.
asleep right now.
What
Jeez.
time is it over
East
there?
Coast guy.
It's 3
Oh,
hours difference.
Oh, 3, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's way past your bedtime, man.
Yeah, so I took a nap just so that I could be up for this killing. Because I got to get up really early, so I'm like, oh my God. So, but it's worth the killing, though. I
Okay.
haven't seen you guys.
So, Jamie, you got an 8 to 5, or what's going on?
I have actually, it's more like a,
A 7.
I would say 8 to 8. Because I'm driving for Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were
So
you driving?
I was driving for UPS too, but I had no life when I drove for UPS. That was a really, really tough gig because they're more like 12-hour day minimums.
Really?
Yeah,
John says
Is it 8 plus overtime, or is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
8 plus 8 plus. They tell you that it's only 10 hours a day, but it's not really.
Wow.
Okay, hold up, fellas. We have Mr. Gove here.
Oh
And-
my God!
Oh, gee.
No.
He's having some issues.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
my God!
He's on his phone.
Turn your phone the other way there.
Oh, my
John
God.
Gove.
There we
There
go.
you go.
This is
All right.
really killing me now.
You're all killing me.
Okay, so
You're all killing me. Every one of you. Except,
I mean,
especially Jamie. Jamie's killing me the most.
oh my God! You know, I was just before I got on. I said, how would I define killing? And I said, well, what happens when Jeff walks into the room? Yeah, his presence kills me. His playing kills me.
That sums it up.
And his personality kills me. So what it is it
Pretty much
causes
it.
you to shift from who you are to deal with this new entity, which is called Jeff News.
Well, Jamie, can you expand on Jeff's playing a little bit?
No.
What
Yeah,
you meant by
yeah.
that?
Let's kill him on a regular basis, shall we?
I didn't do this to
One time I said, this is really good. One time I told Jeff, I said, you really sound good tonight. And he appeared to be shocked. like he was saying, the fuck? What?
What?
Me?
What?
That was hilarious. I'll never forget that. He's like a deer in headlights. Okay.
Max,
tell you,
haven't seen
the
you
one thing-
forever.
Hey, Noah, John, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Stephen. Hey, Todd.
John?
Fells everywhere. Hey,
Yeah. John Connolly's anti-fell tonight.
Right. And Rachel too.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Connolly and Rachel. What the hell with those guys? Not Fells.
No, not
Anti-fells.
No.
anti-fell.
We don't
Anti-Fells.
belong. We don't belong.
So you guys, along with Jeff Lewis and maybe John and Rachel, but you guys are the guys I hired more than anybody.
That's killing me.
Used. You said.
No,
Used.
I hired. Well,
No. You said used.
okay. Well,
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's stick with the facts.
That's pretty
here,
accurate.
okay?
That's true.
Used. And I said
Yep.
was more
Yep.
like abused.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty
Okay.
much it, Steph.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah. Anytime.
Okay. So the one time I remember of the videos we have with the girl that jumped in front of Max in San Ramon, and he let her play the piano and he was dancing behind her. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Seeing that? James was there. That's pretty funny, Max. I can't the moves you were making behind her with your arms around her playing. That was pretty funny.
It was move.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then the time when Jamie started this,
Yeah.
when he started doing that, I
Those are the
believe,
best.
I believe we were doing a New Year's gig in Sacramento, and Jamie took a solo, and instead of taking the solo, he started dancing across the stage, and halfway across the stage, he goes,
It was keep going.
and
You
then-
know, I got that from John Belushi in the Frat
Really?
Boys. Yeah, he did a frat boy dance, and that's what he did when they were drunk out of their mind. So they were just, and it just stuck with me forever.
oh,
Yeah, that's when we were really having fun.
there were some pretty
Yeah.
good times. What's John Gove and Stefan and Todd, what they usually would do during a gig, if they weren't playing, they were over on the side of the stage, huddled around each other, talking. And they were generally talking about the baseball game or the basketball game or something, but they were always over there talking. Every time I was trying to get their attention, they go, "What? You want us to play?" What?
Yeah, Yeah.
Trying to make it worth being there.
Yeah.
Now, what killed me the most was always like, so Jeff, are you gonna bring music to the gig? He would always say, no,
Yeah, right.
no.
No, my favorite is you're playing a wedding. You play the whole first set. You take a break and you sit down for dinner. And Jeff goes, "Okay, now we have to learn the first dance. Check out
Yeah.
the recording."
Oh, you know what's my favorite? Now we have to learn the dance, learn the first dance. And here's your chart, Jamie.
Said no one ever.
We all know I'm an excellent chart reader, so we pretty much know how that went.
I remember giving Jamie a chart of like In the Mood or something that had actual bass notes, and his look was like,
The fuck?
I'm kidding.
And then I got all the horn guys looking back at me like, that was wrong. No, Todd said once, you're playing in treble clef.
And Jamie said, "What's treble clef?"
What the fuck? But you know what's sadder than that? Is that
No
the
one
audience didn't seem to recognize it. They were like, "You guys sound great." I'm like, "Fuck you." Ask the horn guys. And then Todd would kill me because he'd call out the right note. And I'm like, how the fuck did he know I was supposed to play B flat there? It's like his ears were sick.
Yeah, Todd is Max. They're playing a D minor 7 in that 16th bar. It's a D minor 7
Yeah.
with a flat 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
What is like? What's that playing? What the hell?
Big jazz guy.
you know,
one of my favorites. I remember playing all those gigs down in Pebble Beach, and we'd walk into a wedding, and the first thing Jamie would do is sign the guest book.
That's an old trick, yeah.
I used to tell Jeff. Do you remember what I used to write in it?
No.
I
From
used
your
to
black
write.
friend.
I used to write, "Get a black friend."
One black with me.
There'd be no black people at any of these weddings. I'm like, the fuck?
No.
I'm gonna be their first one. Oh my god, that was great. John would be cracking up.
Oh boy.
you know who I really wanted to try to get? I wanted to try to get Larry Sampson.
Oh, Larry.
Where is he?
My favorite, the best Larry thing is the classic Larry. I mean, everybody knows this, where Jeff would get a call and Larry would be like in his car. He'd be like, "Okay, I'm in my car. Where's the gig?"
Exactly. He called me one.
Driving somewhere.
He called me one time. He was on the middle of the Bay Bridge, and he said, "Okay, I'm on the Bay Bridge. Where am I going?" And I said, "Not on the Bay Bridge." Oh,
He's probably retired from the fire department by now, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking he might be retired now.
he's a
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
He's still a fire chief at one of the stations. I tried looking him up, and you can
Oh,
find
wow.
all kinds of things about him.
He's a chief?
Fire,
I bet.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool. He's a great singer.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
yeah. He was great. So you know, when Larry quit, that's when I knew the band was dead.
Thanks a lot, Phil.
Jeff.
Thanks a lot, Phil.
Yeah, man. All right, guys.
Yeah.
It was great seeing you guys. I'm out.
You know what? I'm about to
Yeah.
go to bed.
I got.
Now that I've been devalued.
God, man.
Okay, well, you know what? Well, you guys
See,
had your
only Jeff knows he kills without knowing it.
I stepped right into it and didn't even know it.
No, I knew exactly what I was
Didn't
saying.
even-
You know, what the band really had with Larry was a guy that would be able to control the audience and keep them engaged, and we could get on with our shenanigans.
Yeah.
And
He's
without
important
front
Larry,
guy.
he was a great front guy, and without Larry, no one was able to do that. And the only couple
Yeah.
of guys that could really do that and manage the crowd, like Larry, I could go, I need 3 minutes till the end of the night, and he would just start singing tunes. You know, we'd end the night on a tune, and we'd go into 3 or 4 different tunes based on what Larry was singing. And sure
Yeah.
enough, after 3 minutes, he'd go, okay, now it's time to stop, because he knew that we only needed 3 minutes. And the kind of singers that were available after Larry left were only a couple, and they were already working. And oh no. I don't know. Okay. Hold on.
Jeff Lewis? Who is it?
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is a guy. Hold on.
I'll get somebody from Nebraska,
This
You guys
is
hear that
as Andy
ringtone?
Mayberry, for their ringtone.
Right? Jamie, that
Seriously.
ringtone was really not cool.
That's what I'm saying.
tone.
You're
Hold
from
on.
Nebraska. That's a Nebraskan ringtone.
Okay, so now,
Totally.
Mr. Ross, you can say something now. Fred,
Yeah. Hey,
Is that Reverend Ross?
come on, Jamie.
Fred,
Yeah, friend.
Hey,
What's up, Fred?
Fred.
Fred, you know everybody's talking to you.
he's from Nebraska. What else is there to say? Reverend James, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Reverend Ross. It's good to hear your voice.
Can everybody hear Fred?
Yeah, pretty
How you doing, man?
pretty muted.
Man, he's from Nebraska. How you doing,
Come
guys?
on, Todd.
Why y'all hanging out with Jeff? Trash.
We're a glutton for punishment. That's what it is.
Hey, Jamie, you know what? We can
2 weeks in a row.
talk by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
It needs to be me, you, and Jeff doing one of these segments.
I hear your voice. You all, and I said,
You know what? Fred is cutting out. You know why?
you want me to go? I'm like, should I go into the? I'm coming in.
You're
Dude,
He's probably being censored.
he's being censored.
No,
No,
he's living behind living behind
Yeah.
Mount Diablo. He's cutting out.
Fred.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't hear you because
That's what I'm saying.
you're out in the boonies. Wherever you are, it's where there's no cell service. Hello? See? Great. We could really roast Fred right now because he can't talk back. We can't hear him.
Well, you just did. You said after
I don't I'm
said-
from San Francisco, not Nebraska. Can I say that again?
Yeah.
I'm from San Francisco, not Nebraska.
Yeah. You know, I didn't think I was going to get picked on so much tonight.
Really?
You know what?
Oh, you kidding me?
Your idea.
I can do that.
You didn't see that coming?
So Fred,
I thought
you
that
know,
was the whole point.
no, this wasn't about. This was just to get together and talk about old times. To not.
Yeah, like how we used to pick on you.
Hey, Fred, I don't know if you're still there, but maybe you can call back when you get someplace where we can hear you.
Hey, you know the fellows are there. They know you.
They know me. Yeah, they do.
Get some new equipment.
I need new equipment. You know what? I got to say something that I have been having issues with all of my stuff. I'm surprised it's even working right now.
No.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
feedback even.
Yeah. Is everybody doing okay? Is everybody hearing everything all right? Is there any feedback? Okay, Fred, I'm cutting you off because we can't hear any. Yeah, he hung up. Okay, so that took a minute. I wasn't expecting a phone call. I really wasn't expecting Fred to call in and chime in on the killing.
Well, talking about chime, what about your ringtone there, man? What is that?
Yeah.
That would represent the real me.
Yeah. Andy Griffith.
That's it.
We can
Barney
tell.
Five.
It's fitting.
Jamie used to say all the time. He'd go like, "This is you, Jeff." Ding, nigga, ding, nigga, ding, nigga, ding, nigga, ding.
Swing your partner round and around.
That's right. I can clap on one. I can clap on 1 and 3. So
Come on, Max.
guys, what have you all been up to? Everybody tell each other what you've been doing. Have you guys all been talking to each other at all? I know Todd, do you see any of those guys? And John, do you see Stefan, Max, Jamie?
I haven't seen anybody in over a year.
Yeah, no. Facebook.
Yeah.
Keep track of everybody on Facebook. That's it.
Yeah. COVID is a selfish son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't just wants to be out in the world by itself,
Yeah.
Doesn't want to share.
I got my second vaccine, so I can visit them.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
How many of you have you all been vaccinated?
One. I got my first.
First tomorrow.
Oh.
Ooh.
How about you, Jamie?
Nada.
Yeah, me.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
Why?
Well, I just did like some research myself, and I decided I want my immune system to just naturally deal with it, or I'll see you guys on the other side of
Yeah, I mean,
in the afterlife. That's where
Okay.
I'm at.
yeah. Not. I don't think it's smart, but okay.
I won't know until after I'm dead anyway. So
No, I felt like I had to jump on it, man. Like for me, it was just like, I teach. God, Phil.
yeah,
Okay.
well, when you teach, when you have a job like that, I can see where that's a requirement. I mean, that would be
Exactly.
something that you would have to do. But I've been delivering for the last year, 2, up to 300 packages a day
Yeah.
at 300 different residences per day, sometimes up to 6 days a week. I'm exposed to the virus all the time. So either I was exposed to it and my immune system, or I just haven't met it yet. But
Yeah, I mean,
I've
your,
been,
your packages aren't going to be carrying the virus. I mean,
well, they said it can live up to a certain amount of time on the packages and on rugs and porches and, stuff like that. But
that's just like way more unlikely than getting it from a person.
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I deal with people every day. I'm just not convinced that the vaccine for me is something that is safe based on our history in this country.
I mean,
As a black
yeah.
As a black man, yeah, I just
But do you
don't
think
trust
that
it.
they're giving? You think they've got a virus tailored to target people of color or something like that? I mean, is that the fear?
Yeah, that's one of the main fears, and not only that, based on history. We have Tuskegee, we have other. I've done the research on it. I just don't trust it, And
If you got in
that's where I'm
line-
at right now.
If you got in line to get a vaccine and you were ahead of me and we switched places, you know, I mean, do you
That's
think they're giving the same vaccine to me? What I'm trying to get at is, do you think they have separate vaccines?
no. I think biologically that we're different, and there's certain things that we're predisposed to. You know, I mean, black people are the originators. So, you know, we were the very first of everything. We've never needed a vaccine of any kind. You know, it's just in our. I think it's in our DNA that we can combat anything. I put it like this: if we can make it through 400 years of slavery, we can make it through fucking COVID.
I hope you're right.
That's
I
where
hope
I'm at.
you're right. You know, I mean,
I mean, we ate the worst shit. We was exposed to the flu. We were exposed to all those other horrible diseases, chicken pox, mumps, and still worked 16-hour days up until our 60s. So, not for me. That's just where I'm at.
You know, this is so much like one of our breaks.
You know what I love about Todd? I have a nickname for Todd. I used to call him "To the Contrary Todd."
oh,
You remember that,
no,
Todd?
I always
I would-
want to question what people do. Yeah.
I love it. I love it because he would make you think. So I would say, man, it really sucks in here tonight. And Todd would say, not necessarily.
Yeah. I thought
So-and-so, Jeff is playing really good tonight. Well, not necessarily.
His bass drum is
We just chose an easy song. Oh, okay, Todd. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, here's a good comment. Okay, so Jeff can get you all on the stage now. It's been 22 minutes. Yes, break is over.
Okay, it's Eddie.
That's really
Let's go.
killing me.
You guys can see all the chats, right?
yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
You can't?
I'm seeing them.
Oh, I wasn't full screen. Okay, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you get off full screen, you can see all the comments, and including Fred Ross, who was able to get into this stream, and I actually don't know how he did that. That's pretty magical.
It's hacking.
Yeah, what is that? That was a
He's-
happy
he's-
mistake
he's-
right there.
He hacked in. I never sent him a link. You know what? Maybe people that have past links can get in. You know, who knows who can be watching us right now?
That's true. Easy.
You know, but Stefan, why you got a keyboard sitting next to you and Max? Why you guys acting like this is supposed to be a music thing?
Oh, this is just props, man. I just tried to impress
Yeah.
your audience.
They don't even work.
I can play piano, man. I'm not just a dumb trumpet player. Man. Hey, look at man. I got a microphone here too. You see? that?
Awards, trophies, all kinds of stuff laying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodwill, man. They have all kinds of shit.
You,
I'm still remembering when John Goff used to do the cocktail hour instead of me.
that's right. You know, the main reason I would hire Jeff Lewis and John Gove is so they could play bass and keyboards and drums.
That was the funnest part of the gig.
That's right. They did used to do that every now and then.
Yeah. And I would look back as like, hey, this is swinging. What happened? And I look back and I'm both playing the drums.
Oh man, yeah.
Jeff's
No,
out checking out
ouch.
babes.
Oh, no, I never did that. I never did that.
Of course not.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey.
of course not.
So Jeff and John, you were on this gig, and I think Jamie and Stefan and even Max and Todd were. I had like 3 gigs one day, right? And on my gig, I had Jeff and John and myself and John Conley, I think. And the bass player we got was Max, was it your friend? Did you send me a guy and he came out and he didn't know the songs and Jeff and John were standing next to him telling him what notes to play all night?
Oh
Yes.
my
Remember
God. Oh
I
my
remember.
God.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I
Oh,
remember
Yeah.
that's horrible.
And the wedding planner, this was at Beaulieu Gardens, and the wedding planner came up and said, "This isn't the same band that you usually have." And go, "No, look at there's the trombone player, there's the trumpet player, Jeff Lewis is standing."
Come on.
That's really killing me.
He's got a
That's
keyboard.
example.
Jeff
Perfect
Lewis.
example.
Okay, so I say, look at there's Jeff Lewis, there's John Gove, and this is the singer that you usually get once in a while, and there's the guitar player, and the bass player was in the back being told what notes to play, and the only thing that really saved the gig was the bride's dad was a guitar player, and he got up and we did like an hour of sing-alongs, so we didn't have to play any more tunes because the bass player didn't know the tunes.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
You remember that, John? It was horrendous.
Oh my gosh.
You remember that, Jeff Lewis?
I do.
I love the cat.
The cat's in the house.
Cat's huge.
The studio cat.
Hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
That's a big cat, Mags.
Jeff
Yeah.
Lewis, you need to change your name.
Into what?
Look at everybody's name.
I don't know how to change the name. I got
Change your
a
name to John's got a keyboard. Oh,
What the heck? What the heck is that, John?
We're just trying to fit in.
Gee. Come on, Todd.
Come on, guy.
Really? We're going here? Okay.
oh, come on. This
Dude, Jamie said, what do you call that thing? When you
Mine's backwards.
It's that that Key Station 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, look at the cat.
oh, holy cow.
Oh, cat.
Oh, I love the cats. I love the cats.
Oh man.
So, Jamie, do you have any pets?
No, I can't. My wife's allergic.
Oh, Jeff
But
Lewis, do you have
if I could, I'd have.
Yeah, we got
You'd be giving them baths and shampooing them, right, Jamie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them. I love 'em.
How come John Gove is upside down? Last time it was Todd, and now Gove is upside down for me.
Serious?
It's just
Yeah.
you, Jeff.
It's upside down on your screen.
No. John.
No.
You were
Oh, you know,
Now you go. Yeah, that's good, Gove. Now you're back upside down. It went right side up and it went back again.
No, it's just Jeff's got some weird stuff down there in San Jose.
That's it. It sounded. Wait, there. Now you're good.
Really?
Uh-oh.
No.
It's frozen.
If I
What
could
the
get-
hell?
So is it right now?
No,
Yeah. Well,
it's upside down.
Well, you know what? You could probably have a better conversation with him that way.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys to be jealous, but this is a vintage DX7.
Oh.
Okay. Don't be jealous.
I don't remember
Seven.
anyone asking you what that was.
Just in case you were wondering.
Well, this is a Prophet 5.
Still better.
Nice.
Still worth more.
Come on, Max.
The best thing about a DX7 is the Fender Road sounds exactly like a DX7 Fender Road sound.
What's the best thing about it?
Max, you had to use my DX7 at the Mark one night.
Yes, I forgot a keyboard.
What, you forgot it?
I forgot the keyboard to the gig.
Drove all the way up there without a keyboard.
I got to the parking lot and I started unloading and I got my cables and everything and I'm like, where's the keyboard?
Oh my God.
You were playing bass that night too, right?
Yeah, so I had to call. What? Maybe Todd. Did you leave home yet? No, I'm still here. Do you have a keyboard?
Oh my God.
I remember one time I brought my
15
case.
minutes before the gig.
I brought my case to a gig, opened it up, no horn. That was a good one.
Oh.
Killing me. And then I was like, I know I had left him. I was driving to the gig. It's like, I know I left my trumpet in the trunk. I'm halfway there. I pull over, no trumpet. So I'm in Pleasanton. I'm like, who do I know in Pleasanton? Hey, Lewis, are you home? Come borrow your trumpet.
Oh
Sure
my
enough, just
God.
boom, done.
I remember
Awesome.
Gov's trombone being rolled by a truck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Before the gig.
Oh.
Right before getting on a plane to fly out of town to go to a gig.
No.
But luckily, Connolly had his high school trombone.
Whoa.
That was in
Hooked me
the old
up.
place.
San Mateo.
So
That was
John
in Jeff's
pulled up
place.
in his John pulled up in his Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car,
My yellow Mustang, Chitty
little
Chitty.
yellow Mustang, in the alley. Remember the place that
Yeah, at the studio.
I used to live? And John got out and set his trombone down on next to the car or something, and the garbage truck came down the alley and drove over it while we were inside waiting.
I remember that.
Was that a good horn, John?
Wow.
It was. Yeah. You know, it was top of the line trombone, $200-$300, something like that.
Oh.
Jupiter.
Was it
What'd you do with it, John? Did you get it fixed? Was it fixable?
No. Oh, it was
No.
so smart. There was I had it in the
It was
case.
flat?
It was a soft case. Oh yeah, and there was I kept a plunger like in the bell. The bell crushed the plunger into the bell like a pair of lips.
Wow.
It was
Save
great.
that and mount it to a wall.
So he kept it that way.
I kept it for a while. It looked so funny.
Oh man, funny
Unbelievable.
now. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't funny then.
No, Todd, do you remember doing a gig in Carmel? And I think you had that nice $6,000 horn saxophone player, sax, that you were playing on the gig, and the
$8,000 horn, yeah.
yeah, and the drunk lady came up and tried to grab it from you, and you wouldn't let her play it.
No, she wanted my microphone, but she was like drunk, and I was afraid that it was that 441 that I had, and they like fall off the clips and everything.
But
Oh,
I
right.
think you wanted to play your horn too.
Yeah, maybe I just she kept trying to grab my mic, and the clip was already like bad on that mic, and I told her no, that wasn't. She got pissed.
We were
Easy.
referred to her by Luciano Pravarotti's road manager. And
Was that through that party we played at Spanish Bay was it Pavarotti and somebody?
this was at the.
Oh, I remember that.
No, I know we did that house where they had they blew in snow and
I wasn't there.
That was the
You weren't
Seagate. That was the Seagate guy, man. I remember.
Yes, you were there, Steph.
that was the Seagate guy.
Yeah,
Guy that owned Seagate.
Larry Schuber.
I got a call. I got a call that I owed them an apology for resisting, not letting them come on the stage, and they wouldn't ever call me for gigs again if I didn't send them flowers and apologize.
What'd you do?
I remember that.
It's okay.
Wow.
Don't call me.
Huh?
I said, no,
Wow.
don't call me then. And they didn't.
And look at where you are now.
I know.
Look what that brought you.
But, I think that the best two things that I can remember that always happened were there was always involving Jamie. and this is
Really?
the one. One was we were doing a gig at Lake Tahoe at the Hyatt. And it was the gig where they give us pizza out by the trash cans and all the birds came. Remember that? We went out and all the birds were eating the pizza that we were supposed to have. Okay. Jamie was late. And you know, Jamie has a reputation of being big late guy for a reason. So Max was set up. I'm pretty sure you were there, Max. I think you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
And there was a door to the back of the stage, back of the ballroom, right in the middle of the stage. A door opened up into the hallway. So Jamie calls. I go, whatever you do, let me take your amp in for you. Just let me take your amp in. Don't go in, right? So we'd done cocktail music. The bride's father and mother were standing right up in the middle of the stage, and they were giving the thing, and the camera was shining straight on the stage. Guess what Jamie did? He had a Bermuda shorts on and a big Hawaiian shirt. And he opens up the door, stands right on the stage, and sets his bass up right.
Big late guy.
The father and the mother of the bride talking, and I'm like, oh, now it's so obvious that Jamie's late.
Am I underdressed?
And I'm going like, no, Jamie, you did just what I told you not to do. No. Okay. Then
Said it was big late fired guy.
Okay, here's the other one. So we're playing to the top of Weston St.
Man, that's hilarious.
So we're playing to the top of Weston St. Francis, and Jamie calls and says, I'm already set up. And I said,
I
where?
remember this.
He goes, well, I'm at the Hyatt. And I go, no. So I tried to get in the cab, but traffic was so backed up that I couldn't get a cab so I ran to the Hyatt to see if his amp was set up. Sure enough, there was another band there with Jamie's amp set up.
We got two bass players tonight.
So wait, Jamie, you set up your stuff on another band's stage?
Yes.
Was that? Didn't you do the gig?
I got a cab and tried to get his bass amp back up to the other gig, and Jamie had to come to the other place.
Did you make it? Did Jamie make
That's
it?
a classic.
He was late.
He was late.
It's like I have this late aura that just follows me everywhere.
He set up
It's
on
like
the
even
rock
when I'm on
stage.
time, I'm late. Ah,
When were you ever on time?
Yeah, when are you ever on time?
easy.
That's
I was on
awesome.
time in my mind. That's where I was.
But what are the circumstances that had to go down where you actually set up on the stage and nobody else was there?
There was nobody else there. By the time I got there, the other band had shown up.
Like I'm early.
Like, oh, I'm hearing it for the first time.
I'm like,
That's what you get for being early, Jamie.
Hey, did you wear your Bermuda shorts for that gig too?
oh man, that's brutal. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
And then here's the other one that I did. Big mistake. We were playing down at the Mariners Museum. You know where that joint is, right down there. The little Mariner.
Wait,
Mariner Hall.
Jeff,
What?
who
What?
was that guy that sang? Was it Banks? Is it named
Oh,
Tommy?
no.
Tommy Banks. Yeah.
Do you remember
happened?
when he was on stage doing one of the gigs?
I don't think I was there, or was I?
What fell out from under his jacket?
What? Was I there?
The big gold salad spoons that they
Opportunist. That's awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean,
Was he-
what do you do? What do you say?
Nothing.
You can't
had to
unsee that. Yeah, you can't unsee that.
I don't think I was on that gig.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Those are classic memories right there, boy.
We were doing a wedding at that Mariners Hall or whatever that place was,
In
and
Aquatic Park.
at Aquatic Park, yeah.
Yeah.
And the first dance was supposed to be "The Man I Love," and I had the band learn "The Man That Got Away."
Oh,
And who was there? Anybody there?
I might have been there. It's vaguely familiar. Yeah.
So Kathy Deco was singing. So, well, here's the thing: is
In there, yeah.
back in those days, there were so many gigs. I tried to split you guys all up to make sure I had ringers on every gig, with some questionable players.
Yeah, we were questionable.
Well, no, not you guys. So anyway, right in the middle of the song, Kathy Deco says, "I think this is the wrong song," and I'm going, "No, just keep playing. It's good. It's good." Man, they got away. Dude, the bride and groom stop, and he leans over and goes, "This is really not the right song, but it sounds pretty. You're doing a really good job."
Yeah, oh, nice.
oh, that's the worst. That's the worst.
They didn't fire you right then and there, huh? And you get out with one.
No, they didn't fire me. They just kept dancing. They were really forgiving.
Yeah, I'll say.
They were
I
really.
guess so. Man who got away in a wedding. It's like followed by Lady is a Tramp or something, right?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
oh man. And the only other one that I really stepped in big time is the Gold Room at the Fairmont. It was a big long wedding party, and we had just done a gig in that room like the night before. And when it got to the bride and groom, I introduced them as the bride and groom that was there the night before. I totally did. Everybody,
Oh.
I introduced the bride and groom, and they go, "That's not who it is." And I go like, "Oh shit."
That was last night. Come on, guy.
God.
Oh.
Fired.
I think
Want to get away?
Oh
you
man.
guys remember
Big-
Y2K.
Why?
Oh man.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the power went out.
All the power
That
went
was
out.
the highest.
No,
That
No,
was
we were in
Wow.
a tent.
You guys are in Sacramento or San Ramon or something, were you?
Palo Alto.
Yeah, we were in Sacramento. Full Motion was in Sacramento.
Los Altos. I think.
no, not in Los Altos.
Yes.
Who was on that?
Yeah,
Todd,
Los
were you on
Altos,
that?
I took a
No,
step.
I was up in Tahoe.
No, I was
Jeff,
on
was
that
you-
gig, John. Yeah.
You, me, and who?
I thought it was
Who was
Todd.
playing?
No, it must have been
I thought-
Dane.
I think it
Maybe
was.
Dane.
I think it was Dane.
Oh my
Steph-
God. We just sat around for a while and then we had to like make some music and Jeff's like, horn players, go up there and play. It was just so lame.
Oh my
It was
God.
so
We did
lame.
Yeah, I remember
trombone,
those gigs.
trumpet, sax, Dixieland,
It was so
or
bad.
something. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I have pictures of that gig. You remember those silver shirts we had?
Y2K
Oh, no.
gig?
Oh yeah.
Y2K.
Oh no.
Oh man.
That's all bad.
Wait.
It was all bad.
Yeah.
It was all bad.
Yeah, that was trauma.
And the lights
That
were
was
out for a
funny.
long time. Like it's like, damn, when are the lights coming back on? It was like a long time.
Fellas,
I remember they
okay,
had like
fellas.
some MC guy that there was some MC that was supposed to like run the whole party, right? I had no mic. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Gig. That was
Oh, my
before the gig.
God.
Wait, it gets better.
So,
you
Jeff-
made us good.
Why did
Yes.
everybody
Jeff
disappear?
News. Did you ever have people wanting their money back from a wedding?
All the time.
No.
I don't want to brag, but
For real?
Yeah, I have a couple of stories about that, but wait, I'm trying to get these pictures out because this is priceless. Hold on. This is priceless. If I can get it out.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I remember that. Oh my god.
Those things were
Oh
they
my
were so
God.
hot.
Yeah,
It was so,
those were the saran wrap vests.
so bad. Oh my god.
Okay, so the very first New Year's Eve gig I did as a band leader
Uh-oh.
was a wedding. And they hired the band to do the thing and give me all the first dance and everything. We did the wedding, and then afterwards they refused to pay because they said because it was New Year's, they expected the band to do a special show. And they and they weren't going to pay us because we didn't make it special like it should have been for New Year's.
Special what? What did they expect?
Something. We did everything they asked, but here's another here. Let me just
Oh yeah,
that's a good
big
There's
time
very-
anti-fell.
Anti-fell.
so they didn't want to pay him. One time when there was a winery gig in Los Gatos at the Mountain Winery,
Yeah.
and Carla's father had a heart attack. So she left, and I called the bride and groom, and I said, I've got a great sub. I had Kathy Kennedy come in and sing.
Yeah.
And they refused to pay because Carla's name was on the contract, and she wasn't there, so they weren't going to pay.
Did
So-
you get the bread?
No,
Whoa.
Wow.
no, I always just cover the band.
Whoa.
Did you have a
Whoa.
deposit? You must have had a deposit.
Yeah. On that one, I had a deposit, but the rest of the money I never got.
That
Damn.
sucks.
Yeah, so those kinds of things weren't uncommon.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you guys just didn't know it. You remember Brandy? One
Oh,
time,
yeah.
Yep.
I wrote out a couple of checks, and those people didn't show up on the gig, and I got somebody else, so she sent the checks anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
Oh,
I called the guys, the people that got the extra checks, and I said, you weren't on that gig. Do you mind? No, I got the check. And they kept it. I'm not going
What?
to say any names.
no.
Oh man.
whoa.
That is
That's
so
a good way
weird.
not to get hired again.
Whoa.
Well, here's the
That
thing
makes
about
no
the Bay Area.
sense.
Right. Well, here's the thing about the Bay Area and those people that were watching, especially like Fred Ross and some, there's a small pool of guys that that can really cover the gigs that you need and the way you need them to get covered. So if one guy says, he can't make it, going down the list and finding somebody to replace that person is really hard. So sometimes you end up as a band leader having to just let some shit slide so you can make sure you get the next gig covered.
Hmm.
So a lot of times the band leader sort of felt like,
Yeah.
whether you knew it or not, you sort of felt like you had to just bend over and let people, like it's like buying a new car. You get a new car, and you just got screwed, but you got a nice new car to drive home in.
Speaking of checks, I got a check like it was like last year, a residual check. I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's got my name on it. It's a couple $100. I'm like, damn, I don't remember this session at
Oh,
all.
it's the other Jeff Lewis, isn't it?
And my wife was like, well, just cash it. It's like cash it. I'm thinking about it. It's like, oh man, L.A. Jeff Lewis, trumpet player. Do you guys know Jeff Lewis from L.A.? So I call it Jeff. Hey man, I just cashed your check.
I'm looking at the back.
It's totally cool, man. It's like, I'll send you a check, man. Sorry, man. My wife made me do it. Just cash it. Come on, guy. I mean, it's like I heard the session was like, that could be me. I don't know, man. It's like I don't remember all the weddings we played. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's
What the
some
heck is
sexy
that?
shit, man.
That was you sitting in the sofa trying to play bass.
That's really killing me.
Recognize any of those girls?
Man, I can't even see.
You can't.
That's
Here,
Rachel.
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 That's
Rachel and 3 subs.
I don't.
it. Yeah.
3 subs.
Well, you know, let
They
me.
look like cheerleaders to me.
Well, you know, Rachel was the 49er cheerleader. Head 49er cheerleader when she first started working, and you remember. Everybody remembers that I had to tell Jamie that if I write him a check, that he can't date him.
It's in the contract.
It's because it seemed like every new girl that show up, Jamie'd be over. You remember, Mac, I know you got to remember this when we were playing down in Woodland Hills, and I walk in the back in the green room, and Jamie is there rubbing Jackie's feet. He's just like. I go, Jamie, what are you doing? What's the rule about
Yeah,
check?
boy. Yeah, buddy.
That contract is null and void.
And how many of you remember Petra?
Yes.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, right.
Oh my God, Petra.
Petra.
Jamie,
Maybe again.
Omega. Let's Omega.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, so you remember Chris Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all everybody remembers Chris. And when we did a show, and I think Nelson was playing bass on this particular gig, and Wayne, his brother, was playing, and it was at the gift center, down on Brandon Street. You remember the gift center?
yeah.
Sure.
And Conley was there, and we had like the full barrage of dancers. And the gig was over, and Chris had had a few drinks. Hey, who was that waving? Max, who was that? Hey, what's going on there? Hey,
It's Mini Max.
Big Max now.
It's
Wait,
Mini
but-
Max.
that's Mini
Max
Max.
Jr.
What?
That's killing me.
Oh, God, he's bigger than you.
There's nothing mini about
That's
this guy.
killing you.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't tell any stories about you there for a minute, man.
I know, right?
So anyway, Chris had had a few drinks, and at the end of the gig, you know, the last thing that I would do is go back to the dressing room and get all the costumes together. And I would, because I'd take them back to the place and I'd wash them, and I kept them all because so I'd know I'd never lose them. So I walk in the back, and here's Jeff. He's got one of the dresses, and he's like, Chris is like, you know, smiling, like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm trying to figure out which one is Tanisha.
Oh, come on.
And I said, here. So I go, okay, here. This is her right here. And he goes, well, how do you know? And I said, I do their laundry every week.
Oh, come on. all
Easy,
sick.
Val.
Okay.
Man, that's
So now-
just wrong, man.
Creepy guy.
Okay. So, Stefan, did you work for me on Y2K?
Give me more information.
I may have only had one band out that night, but there was a
No, we were up in Tahoe with Stefan. You might have even been on that in Tahoe. No,
That sounds familiar.
you might have been with Carla and Kenny.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Kenny.
I ripped off your white jacket, man. I still have it.
Are you kidding? I'll call up Kevin Porter and get his back.
What about the Y2K gig? What happened?
Awesome.
What did I do?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you probably did. All I know is, you know what? Mark Anderson was on one of those gigs.
Mark
Wow.
Anderson was with us up in Tahoe.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
Trombone?
I remember we were in Sacramento, but this wasn't Y2K. In Sacramento, and the whole band was in one room, like drunk on their butts and calling me like, Jeff, it's a good gig. How would the gig go? Oh, it was fine, man.
That was the Sacramento gig they were all drunk on, right?
No, we were up in Tahoe.
We were in Sacramento.
We were calling you in Tahoe in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So
So
we had the door open to the motel room, and standing on the balcony, and people like were coming into the room that weren't even part of the band, and eventually the cops came, shut us down. And your brother, what was Jeff's brother, Lewis?
James?
Jason.
James was on the gig. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was getting live, and when the cops came, he like freaked out, like he time to go.
Paranoid much? Vapor trail, I'm out.
I think at some point a lot of people came through the band on different gigs, but you guys were the mainstays. Any more good stories that you guys can remember that I wasn't there that I could now hear about?
You can now hear about.
Well, the band seemed to sound a lot better when you sang. I remember that.
That was a wide opening, man. That
Yeah, totally.
was huge.
Totally said.
I think for me and Gove, I mean, as the gigs went on, the less horn we played. I played mostly bass and drums.
Yeah. That was the best part of the gig.
I mean, even on the very last gig, I don't think I played any trumpet. I played like, cajon, bass, drums. Jeff was out taking care of business while Gove was playing piano. And Andrew was on the gig, and he ended up just like playing percussion, I think. Yeah.
You know, one thing I used to love is like, it didn't matter what two musicians showed up to the gig. If all the other musicians had not showed up, he would tell the band to start anyway.
Yeah.
So if it was flute and drums, that was the band.
Make some sound.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's in the contract.
Which
It's
one of
in
you
the
guys-
contract.
It is, because the one thing that they always will get at you is if you start late, they'll want to not pay. And if somebody starts on time,
Yeah.
that
That was
prevents
the
it. I
best.
don't care who it is. Somebody got to start on time.
Flute and drums.
Man, I really think I played drums once. I think it was just like It was like some slow Latin shit, you know. And Gove, you might have had to play bass, you know. And Gove is like, "Hey, do you play drums?" I'm like, "No,
Sure.
not really." But you know, the worst.
Well, didn't we have to do a gig in Tahoe? It was like, I remember Pimentel was on the gig and we had to do continuous music, right? That was like Harrah's, Harvey's, one of those. Harrah's. And it was continuous. It was a New Year's gig.
I wasn't there.
Continuous. Maybe you weren't. And like I was playing bass, Pimentel was playing guitar, and then next time, like I wouldn't take a break because I just wanted to play drums and bass. So if I would be the break, everybody would break, right?
So it was just solo drums?
No, it was never solo drums, thankfully. Yeah.
You know, there came a time I got less and less interested in playing at all. And I just wanted to sit out in front and do nothing.
We got that.
We started out that way.
I was always like, oh man, play drums. I got to deal with this bride. You know, every time.
Oh man,
Dudes. My God.
It's really good.
And
really
what have
good
we all
memories,
done?
guys.
and now we're just hanging out, COVID, thinking about. I never want to play a wedding again. And I got an email today.
Uh-oh.
I got an email and said, would you be interested in this wedding? And it's only a sound gig, so that's a little different. And I know it'll be a bunch of good musicians, so I said, yeah, I guess sure. But the last gig we did, Jeff and Todd and John, was the last gig I'll ever do.
It had that feeling. This is it, man. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I did a gig with Jeff up at Top of the Mark. When was that?
Before that.
About 2 years ago, Jeff?
Yeah.
It was before that. I said, yeah, Jeff, you sound the same.
That sounds like Nelson. I played a gig with Nelson in San Diego because Nelson lives close to San Diego. And I said, hey, Nelson, that's fun. He goes, yeah, it's like an old sock. And I looked at him. I go, you mean, I could take that two ways. He goes, huh?
But that was actually a lot of fun. It was actually a lot of fun.
And you know what?
Yeah.
They at that point, the manager wanted only me, you, and Casey to do that gig.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because
that.
you know what we did? We had to do like September as instrumentals. That's all he wanted. He wanted it like pop music as instrumentals.
As a trio, September as a trio.
Yeah.
They freaked out about the volume. They were getting so many complaints about the volume. Yeah.
Oh, at the Top of the Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Top of the Mark.
So Max has been there a few times since I left, but we held that gig down from 1996 to 2016.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
That's something, man.
And I can't tell you, the last time I got on that elevator, that service elevator, man, that smell still is the same, man.
A dumpster on the elevator. Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God.
What is that smell anyway? What is that?
The food.
Then it's the garbage and the breaks on the second floor.
It's garbage, it's sweat, it's cabbage.
Yeah, it's just funk. Yeah.
It's like
garbage.
funky, man. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And that room has not changed.
It's the parking that was the trauma.
Here was the best, though. After Jamie moved away, we got Jeff Walls.
Yeah.
And Jeff Walls great guy, great bass player, would drive in from like Sacramento every Friday and Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
he had a
God.
day gig. So Friday, we'd be playing the first set and he'd be rolling his bass, just like Jamie, rolling his bass across the dance floor, setting up and play the second.
I think Jeff posted. I think he's on here, right?
Yeah, he's on the chat.
I think he was for a while. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is parking and getting around down there was always so difficult,
Yeah.
really difficult.
Yeah.
And
Unpredictable.
we used to be able to park across the street from the Ritz in that
Right.
little parking lot, and then they
Yeah.
closed it down.
But remember,
Yeah.
it was weird. You could park right in front in the passenger loading zone, just where the taxis parked. There were two
Yeah.
spots, and then you never got a ticket. If you were first,
Yeah.
you could park right
Yeah.
in front. It was super weird.
Same thing across
Yeah.
the street where those spots in front of that restaurant,
At the Fairmont.
Yeah.
at the Fairmont.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was only
Right.
after a certain time, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you showed up like at 7 and the gig started at 9, you showed up 7:30, you could nail one of those spots.
And the backside of Fairmont
That's
too,
true.
right? The hill, like
Yeah,
opened up at
that's
Hardly
6.
ever anything
Yeah.
there.
So Jamie, I'm sure you took
Yeah.
advantage of that, right?
Of the what? Easy.
Of being there at 7, just to get the parking spot. I'm sure.
Jamie used to park down the street and take a cab up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, parking down by the Ritz, walking up was a hell of a walk,
Yeah.
Man, talking about some thigh workout. Man, gosh, it was brutal. Jeez.
I remember, I think it was either New Year's or a Christmas gig. I remember, man, it's like, when you pull off the freeway and then it's like right there at Pac Bell Park and it's gridlock. And I'm like, we're going nowhere. So I just pulled off there
Yeah.
and grabbed my stuff and ran to the gig in my tux with my horn. It's like 15 blocks, man. I was just like, then you get to the gig, you just feel like total crap, all winded, all sweaty,
Sweaty.
disheveled.
Sweaty in your taxi.
All sweaty, right?
Pay for your solo.
Screw it. I'll just park here and run.
I mean, that gridlock, that I don't miss that at all, huh? I mean, God, the Friday night in December gridlock.
It would take you an hour to go around a block, right? If you turn the wrong way on a one-way and you had to go around the block, you're going to be an hour late for the gig, man, going nowhere on a Friday.
Try
Nowhere.
to use like the way everyone was using the Waze app, and the Waze app had to go on all these off streets that were just as bad, or worse, because you couldn't get back onto the regular road.
Yeah. Park and run, man. Park and run.
Wow. Hey, Jeff, does Chris still have his place, his loft?
Chris Williams.
Oh, yes.
Chris Williams.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they've expanded. They've taken over half of the building and another building.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the house, or is it for his equipment?
For the all of the gear that he has.
Yeah.
So he's still working sound gigs?
No. I mean, yes, but
he's
no.
like
I-
renting
he-
it out.
No, and he's been doing some live streams, but during COVID, there's nothing, right?
Well, I mean, before that, he's still
Yeah.
he's just still
He was
doing
doing
sound.
mostly production, light,
Oh, okay. The whole thing.
right? He would do sound, lights, curtains, pipe and drape. And
Right.
I've got a good John Mater story for you.
Go.
Okay, so I'm in town and I call up Chris and I go, I see you're at City Hall. You need some help. Strike. He goes, sure. So I sit on the south side of City Hall, the entrance. You have to go in through the entrance to City Hall.
Yeah.
And
Security.
the band that was playing was David Martin's house party.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, the guy that wears the purple trench coat,
is that what it is? I don't know.
like Prince.
It might have been. But John Mater was subbing. So it was really windy, and I was sitting in the car waiting for the gig to end. And I saw
I
some people,
remember this.
right? Some people start coming out, and I'm sitting there, and this drummer comes. I didn't know who it was, right? And he tries to he's got his trap case and a bass drum on top of the trap case, and he's holding his tux, and he's trying to pull it through one of the doors next to the circular door. He's going out the wrong entrance. And he threw the door open and tried to walk through. And as he tried to walk through, the wind blew the door shut. And so he caught it and threw it open again and and the wind blew it shut again and knocked his bass drum off. and I could hear this in the car. Fuck, God, fuck, shit, fuck. Threw his tux down on the floor. Mother, shit. Then he picked all of his stuff up, set it up, and then he walks. And as he walked by the car, I kind of ducked down so I could see who it was, and it was John Mater. And I ducked down and I go, "Oh, John Mater." So I sent him a text the next day. I go, security caught all that last night. YouTube YouTube's a bitch, dude. He texts back like, What are you saying? Did you see something? I'm like, no. But we talked about it. It was pretty funny because I caught him in a moment because I've been there. I've been doing that same stuff, right? And didn't think anybody was watching. And that's why I caught him. It was priceless, man. I wish I would have had my phone out and videotaped it because that would have been
Instead of helping.
Yeah, good job, Jeff.
Man, I spent so many years trying to carry your stuff in, Jamie.
Easy.
From the wrong.
I'm speaking of carrying, I'm gonna have to carry myself off of this Zoom, guys. It's 12 o'clock for me.
Yeah, I got a split too, man. At dinner and all.
Jamie, so good to see you, man.
Yeah, Jamie,
man.
See you all,
Man,
guys.
you know what, guys? This is my best musical memories, and I've been all around the world. Came from you guys.
Right on.
I just want you to know
Right
that.
on, man.
Oh,
It
man.
really did.
Always fun. Always fun.
It really
But
did.
see, and that
The
proves
backroom chat killings and all that stuff. Priceless, man.
So good.
Priceless.
Priceless.
it really proves the point, that this is more important than the greatest musicianship, man. It's really about who you can
Yeah.
hang with. That's
Yeah.
really more important, man.
So I got to bring it up, man. The greatest saying from our friend John Ruff. He said, "It's not the circus, it's the clowns."
I
It's
love
true,
that.
man. Right? It's genius, man. It's so true
That's-
about
I mean-
gigs.
I mean,
It's true.
it's priceless to see Max sing La Bamba and dance and play it at the same time. It kind of scars your memory,
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I oppressed that memory, man.
That's just,
All right, dude.
oh my! And then Jeff Lewis
Okay.
breakdancing. Jeff Lewis breakdancing on the soul songs. Oh my God! I'm just
inspired.
traumatized,
I was
dude.
inspired, man. Not gonna help myself.
Good stuff.
So
Good stuff.
we should sign off, but I do want to say thank you guys for doing this. And I always call you guys and say that what Jamie said, the most fun I ever had and was with you guys, not during the gig, but off the stage. You were all
After all the stress of the game.
Matt, shut up.
man.
Shh, I got to make a speech.
Horn players, shut up. Stop talking about the Giants.
always. Never stop.
Yeah. So thanks for being here tonight and reliving some of the memories with me. It was really fun.
Right on, Jeff.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Jeff.
Absolutely.
All right.
Guys.
All right, cats.
And,
All right, love you guys. Have a good night.
all right.
Okay, man.
All right,
fellas.
You
take
guys
care.
stay safe.
Bye.
Take care.